When is the best time to get pregnant? When is the best time to get pregnant? Ovulation date. In this video today, we are going to talk about the best time to get pregnant. If you are a woman out there and you are looking at getting pregnant faster, then this video is for you. You are going to learn about the ovulation date, and by the end of this video, you will know when the best time is to get pregnant. Gerald Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of the channel, and we are going to talk about when is the best time to get pregnant. So the first thing we need to point out is that to get pregnant faster, you need to understand your ovulation calendar. You need to understand your ovulation date. We are talking about when is the best time to get pregnant. After this short message, please don't leave. Keep watching. We are going to talk about when is the best time to get pregnant. Thank you, my friend, for staying around. We are talking about when is the best time to get pregnant. Gerald Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of this channel, and on this channel we talk about the ovulation calendar, we talk about pregnancy tips, we talk about women health, including ultrasound scans. If you are new here, I welcome you, my friend, and remember to subscribe. Click the subscribe button, also hit the bell for notifications so that you do not miss any videos we put out. We release videos every day at exactly 17 hours. So when we talk about the best time to get pregnant, we need to understand first of all how your cycle is. The normal menstrual cycle ranges from 21 days to 35 days. So if you have a 28-day cycle and you see your periods on the first day, the second, and then on the third, this is basically an example. You could be a woman who goes into your periods for maybe 6 days, but we are taking a 28-day cycle. When you see your periods on this date and then the second and the third, then to get your ovulation date, the best thing you need to do is you begin counting from the first day, then count up to the 14th day. The 14th day highlighted here is when you are supposed to be ovulating. And when we talk about ovulation, simply we are talking about that period when an egg is being released. The time when an egg is being released from your follicles, from your ovaries, that is what we call the ovulation date. And specifically, you just have to count the days you are in your periods. Do not mind about the rest of the days. Just count beginning from the first day and then count 14 days. And when you count 14 days, it means you are supposed to be ovulating around this period. When is the best time to get pregnant? The best time to get pregnant is that period when you are ovulating. Do not leave. We are going to talk about this in detail. The most important thing we need to note is that when ovulation happens, there are many changes which will take place in your body. The first change is that there's going to be an increase of hormones. The hormones we are talking about here include the follicle stimulating hormone and then the luteinizing hormone. Although there are other hormones like progesterone and then estrogen or estradiol, but the most important hormones we are talking about here include follicle stimulating hormone and then luteinizing hormone. When the time for ovulation reaches, what is going to happen is that these hormones are going to be released from the anterior pituitary gland, and then when they are released, they will go to your ovaries. Your ovaries are also known as gonads, and then these two hormones are going to stimulate your ovaries to release the egg. They are going to stimulate the ovaries to release the egg, and when the egg has been released, it's going to go to that particular part of your fallopian tube known as the fimbria, and then it will hang around there for only 12 to 24 hours. When the mature egg has been released and then it is in the fallopian tubes and it has not yet been fertilized, after 12 to 24 hours, exactly after 24 hours when fertilization has not taken place, what is going to happen is that it is going to disintegrate, it's going to disappear. So when is the best time to get pregnant? The best time to get pregnant is when you are ovulating. And then also we should take this very important point that if at all you would like to increase your chances of getting pregnant, there are 3 key things you need to put in mind. The first is that you should be having a healthy egg. Your ovaries should be functioning very well. When we talk about the ovaries functioning very well, they should be able to put you through ovulation. You should be ovulating very well. Of course, to ovulate, it means your ovaries are working very well. The other thing is that there should be a healthy sperm. Healthy sperm means the sperms or the sperms from your husband should be healthy in such a way that the quality and the quantity should be within the normal ranges. If your husband has poor quality sperms, or if your husband has issues with his sperm analysis, then you realize that even though you ovulate, getting pregnant may become difficult. So if you are a couple and you have tried to get pregnant but really things are not working out for you, or you have tried but you've done all the tests, or you've taken all the medications and maybe you've not done the tests, then this video is for you. The most important things you need to take from this video, from this lesson for today, is that for you to get pregnant much more faster, number 1, you should be having what we call healthy sperm. That is, the husband should be having a healthy sperm. To know whether your husband, or if you are a husband to your wife, to know if you have healthy sperm, the most important test you need to do is what we call the semen analysis test, whereby a sample of your semen will be taken. Your laboratory technician will tell you on how to collect the sample. So after collecting the sample will be analyzed in the lab, and then the spermatozoa or your sperms will be analyzed on motility, that is how they move, and then the structure, how they appear. If at all they are sperms but they are lacking, probably maybe they are lacking some parts like the tails, they are lacking some key parts, then you realize that if the sperms are missing the tails, then motility or movement will be impaired. They will move very slowly. The other thing is that the sperm is made up of 3 key things. It is made up of the head, and then the neck, and then also the tail. So if at all on the head there is low acrosome. Acrosome is that chemical which is actually on the head. It is the chemical which is actually released when the sperm meets the egg, and then it basically wants to penetrate. The acrosome is like it's like the gatekeeper. It opens the gate. It's the one which knocks the shell of the egg so that the real nucleus penetrates and then does the fertilization. So if your sperms are lacking the acrosome, then you realize that still they may not be able to even knock through the egg. They may hang around the egg on top until they die off due to the environment of the surrounding fallopian tubes. So in this video we are talking about when is the best time to get pregnant and the ovulation date. We've talked about the ovulation date and we have answered that this is the 14th day from the first day you saw your periods. If you are new here, I welcome you, my friend, and please remember to subscribe for new videos about women health, new videos about reproductive health. I welcome you, my friend. I'm so happy to have you here, and remember to come back tomorrow at exactly 17 hours. We release new videos every day about women health. If you have that question, that burning question, please go straight away in the comments and then post your question there, or submit your question. As soon as you submit it and as soon as I see it, I will answer. You can check through the comments. You can see how I have been answering our friends' questions, all the questions that have been asked. At least I'll try my level best to answer all your questions. Remember, getting pregnant is very, very easy. The most important thing is that you need to understand how your body is. If there's a deficiency or if there's something that is not right, you need to correct it. And then also you need to put God fast, because we can give you all the education, we can advise you, we can tell you what we learned in school, but the most important thing is you as an individual, you as a couple, you need to put God first, because God can move mountains in our lives. Next point we are talking about is when is the best time to get pregnant, and we are saying that for you to get pregnant, the best time is on the ovulation date, and the ovulation date is the 14th day. It's the 14th day, actually after from the first day you saw your periods. We have talked about the hormones that are really responsible, or the hormones which play a big part in ovulation. And these two hormones we have said include the follicle stimulating hormone and then the luteinizing hormone. We said that the follicle stimulating hormone is released by the anterior pituitary gland. This is also stimulated by the hypothalamus, which is just above it. The hypothalamus releases a hormone known as the gonadotropin releasing hormone, and then this gonadotropin releasing hormone goes to the anterior, or it signals to the anterior pituitary gland to release the gonadotropins. These are the follicle stimulating hormone. You'll see your doctor will write for you on a request that you go and test for FSH and LH. Normally when your doctor writes this in, it means they want to assess the levels of these two hormones we are talking about here. So when the anterior pituitary gland releases the FSH and LH, these two hormones go and they stimulate your ovaries. Now the issue is, if you have tried to get pregnant, you are ovulating, you have all the normal signs, your periods are regular, but still getting pregnant is really difficult, then it means there could be a problem. It means your anterior pituitary gland could be stimulating, it could actually be producing the two hormones, that is FSH and LH, but when they reach your ovaries, they are not doing their function. Maybe on the ovaries, there are issues on the ovaries. There could be issues like maybe a presence of polycystic ovarian syndrome, also abbreviated as PCOS or PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is a condition where the ovary is filled with many cysts. Cysts are small growths or masses on your ovaries, and we call it polycystic ovarian syndrome because it is a disorder which actually affects the ovaries. It affects the normal functioning of the ovaries. How can you tell that you are ovulating? You can tell that you are ovulating by using the ovulation predictor kits, but also you could look at some key signs. For example, the discharge from your private parts, the discharge from your vagina is going to be sticky, it's going to be a lot, it's going to be increased, and then you'll feel the you'll feel the top of your cervix, it will go backwards, inwards, and then it will tend to open in preparation for creating space, for creating a way for the sperms to go through. And then of course you'll be having some body changes. For example, your breasts will become tender or they will be painful, and then also you'll feel like you'll be having what we call increased libido, or you'll be having increased sexual urge to be with your partner. These are normal changes which basically happen to signal to you that you are in your ovulation days. So if you are a woman and you have tried to get pregnant and you are ovulating but pregnancy is not happening, then it means you need to have yourself checked out. You need to be assessed for some key things. The first test you need to do is what we call the pelvic ultrasound scan. We call it the pelvic ultrasound scan because it is an ultrasound scan, or it is a check of your pelvic region, checking all the pelvic regions. And when we talk about the pelvic regions, we are talking about the two ovaries, assuming that you have the two ovaries. But even if you have one ovary, but as long as it is ovulating and your fallopian tubes are patent or they are open, they are not blocked, you can still get pregnant. So we say that for you to get pregnant very easily, you should be having the two ovaries, or you should be having an ovary with an open fallopian tube, which is working very well. The next thing is that your ovaries should be normal. They should not be having issues like polycystic ovarian syndrome. But even if you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, still you can get pregnant. The most important thing is you need to master, or you need to look at your menstrual cycle and see how it has been moving, and then identify that period, that time when it is regular, and then also make sure that you consult your gynecologist so that they can guide you on which drugs they can put you on so that you ovulate well, and then you can get pregnant very easily. If you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, do not sit at home. Talk to your gynecologist. They will put you on some medications, and then they will advise you on how you can get pregnant faster. I have videos on this channel about how to get pregnant faster with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Please, after this video, you can go and watch that video. Still, it's among these videos on this channel. I welcome you, my friend. So we are talking about how you can tell that you are actually ovulating. We say that you can use the ovulation predictor kits. You can also look at your basal body temperature or basal body temperature. This is the temperature of your body, but normally this method, it involves charting for several days. You chart your body temperature at a specific time every day, and then you try to monitor. Normally during the time of ovulation, you are going to see a slight peak. There's going to be a slight increase, and then that slight increase normally is a signal that you have ovulated. So if you are looking at getting pregnant, it's not best to use the basal body temperature, though it can signal that you have ovulated. We are saying that it is not the best way to tell or to monitor to use to get pregnant, because by the time your body temperature rises, you would have already ovulated. And remember, when a mature egg, also known as a Graafian follicle, when it is released on the 14th day, it lasts for only 12 to 24 hours. So if at all it has been released for 12 to 24 hours, and then you actually maybe you realize that the temperature is rising and the egg was released like maybe yesterday, then the chances of getting pregnant will be decreased. The chances of getting pregnant are increased when you be with your partner, or when you have sex with your partner, with your husband, 2 to 3 days before ovulation. The main reason is that sperm survives for 4 to 5 days, assuming that your husband has sperm of good quality and quantity. This can be identified in a good lab, a good laboratory. You need to go with your husband, or he can go there and then he gets this sorted out, and then when the results come out that he could be having issues with his sperm count, then still treatment can be given. These treatments are available. Your doctor can recommend you the best treatments, and then also the best diet for increasing sperms can also be recommended. I have videos talking about this. Please go and watch those videos in the playlist. Yes, they are talking about how to increase sperm analysis or the sperm count. So we say that the best way to tell whether you are ovulating or when you are about to get pregnant is by using the ovulation predictor kits. The ovulation predictor kits, also abbreviated as the OPK kits, are available in all big pharmacies near you. They actually can also be ordered online. What is happening is that they look for the hormone known as luteinizing hormone and then estrogen. There are some new ones which look for the two hormones, though there are also other cheaper brands which look for only the luteinizing hormone, but it's best to get one which looks for the two hormones, because it can actually it can give us a clear picture that now this is the time of ovulation, and then you can be with your partner. And then also the other thing is that for you to realize that you are in your ovulation days, you need to really be ready. You should be able to manage issues that are happening. For example, if at all you'd like to increase your chances of getting pregnant faster and you are in a stressful situation, please, you should sort out the stressors, manage it, and then of course your chances of getting pregnant will be increased. So when is the best time to get pregnant? Ovulation date. We have talked about when is the best time to get pregnant. Gerald Massa, the Health Educator, is the name of the channel. I welcome you, my friend, to our channel. I'm really so happy to have you. Remember to subscribe, and then remember to talk to me. Remember to interact. I mean, talking, caring is sharing. It's really good that when you have this question that has been burning for a long time, that has been disturbing you for long about your health, please go down in the comments, ask me. You could also connect with me on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp numbers are 2. That is +256 701 797876. +256 701 797876. And the other WhatsApp number is +256 787 668 962. That is +256 787 668 962. Remember to connect with me on my WhatsApp numbers. Due to the large number of clients I handle, what you have to do is you submit your question, and then I will answer your question as soon as I get your question. I just request humbly, I request kindly that when you submit your question, I may not be on WhatsApp at that time. I may be at hospital, but still, as soon as I come back on WhatsApp, I can answer your question as soon as I see it. I'm so happy. And remember to read my book. The link is in the description. The book is titled The Ovulation Calendar, Get Pregnant Faster. Go to the description of this video, you click on that link, go to the page, sales page, and then look at it. And if you are a couple, you have tried to get pregnant for long, then that book is for you. This book is very good. It will help out. Thank you, and have yourself a fantastic day. May God bless us all. Bye bye. Hello, welcome to our channel. I'm Gerald Massa, the Health Educator. On this channel, we talk about pregnancy-related questions. We answer all your pregnancy-related questions. We also do talk about conditions including fertility, infertility, endometriosis, endometritis, and also we do discuss issues regarding polycystic ovarian syndrome. Let me know if you have any questions, and welcome for today's lesson. You are most welcome, and stay with me today as we talk about today's topic. Welcome.